Hey all you winners and losers, I'm Rodman Jr, the third, and this is Slow to Pro, a video series where I go from slow to what the hell are we doing on iRacing? I'm glad you asked. I've always wanted to participate in oval racing, so I'm going to work my way up through the series all the way to NASCAR and get in on some of that consensual booty blasting. But for now, we've got our rookie license and we're running the street stock cars here at Langley Speedway, which is owned and operated as a PSYOP by the Central Intelligence Agency in Langley, Virginia. It's true. Look it up. I swear to Dega. This is my very first time on track with other cars in iRacing, and I figured the best way was to jump right into a race. It's time for the green flag. We got 13 cars on this tiny little circuit, and I've heard some awful rumors about the rookies class, but that doesn't stop Dale. I only know one mode, and that's send it. So I go right at the inside, and through turns 1 and 2, we're able to pick up our first 2 positions, taking us from P12 down to P10. We're right on the tail of this number 8 car. They're drifting out pretty wide there. I'm going to keep it nice and tight, and right as we come across the start-finish line, we're going to pick up our 3rd position, put us down into P9. So that's 1 lap down in a 40-lap race. And I start thinking, man, everybody must have been lying. And then the spotter starts calling out slow cars. This tells me to go high, and thank goodness I didn't listen to him. He was trying to kill me. By my count, that's going to put us up into P7, 2 more positions there. I have no clue where the HUD is or how to see it. That's how new I am to iRacing. I know that it's customizable. I just have not customized it. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward a tiny bit now to when this 5 car right up ahead of us there gets a little bit of a bump, ends up into the grass, and we're able to pick up another position. And that puts us up into P6, and fast forwarding now, but as we do, the reason I showed you that is because that 5 car has a better pace than I do. They're able to catch back up to me at some point and stick to my bumper, and we have a good battle later on. But right now, got another car, has another wreck, and they're going to go right to the pits, and that's P5 for us. And we're going to go ahead and fast forward just a few more laps here till we can catch up to that blue and white 13 car and start sniffing our nose into his tailpipe. Now, over the past several laps, I had noticed they'd been running a slightly wider line, so I knew I was going to be able to get a nice, easy look at the inside at some point, but the 8 car provides a distraction right now, so we take our shot as we get it. We get up the inside, and we're able to squeak just past as we get down to the straight, and into turns 3 and 4, we make it stick. That's going to put us up into P4 for the moment. All those other cars were just blue flags, and we're going to go ahead and fast forward now several laps to when we've got a wreck on the start-finish line, and I got this red number 5 car right behind me. Here we are right now. And again, we've got the spotter trying to get me killed, telling me to go high when I should be going low. Thank goodness I trust my eyes more than my ears. And we're going to go ahead and fast forward again about a minute into the future when we get this glorious notification that there is a car stopped up high. And then as we swing around the corner, it's hard to see, I'll highlight it here. You're going to see this car blink off screen. And that's going to secure P3 for us. But we still got that 5 car directly on our bumper, and if we skip ahead now, there's less than 10 laps remaining. I don't exactly know how many because the HUD can't find it. Anyway, I proceed to give the wall a little smooch for the first time in my iRacing career, and I see that the 5 car has now got the inside line on me, and for the moment at least, we are losing P3 down to P4. But I'm quickly learning that the old adage, it's easier to follow than it is to lead, rings true, definitely here in iRacing. 5 car seems to be struggling a little bit. They're carrying more entry speed than I am, but their line is less tidy. So I figured if I can learn how to, match their entry speed, but also keep my tidiness, we might have another shot here. Granted, I don't have a clue how many laps are left in this race. So at this point, I'm going to make the move as soon as I can. Getting the notification that the car is stopped up ahead, I'm hoping it's going to compromise the 5 car's line. It does not, but it does provide at least enough distraction to send them a little bit wider than they usually run, which is going to allow us to close the gap a little bit here as we cross the line. I don't know what lap it is, but I know that every time we cross that line, we're getting closer to not being able to get on the podium for our very first race. And let me tell you what, speaking of this being my first time, it is definitely a smoother experience than my first time with a woman. There was no fussing around about where to put what goes where, what to say. No, I just plugged in my VR headset, I hit yes to the auto configuration wizard, jumped into a race, and it locked it to 90 frames a second and looked like this. So I couldn't really complain. I understand now why iRacing is so popular. With that said, I highly doubt, I'll never say never. Well, I will say never, but I'll never mean it when I say it. You see what I mean? Anyway, I highly doubt you'll ever see me in a GT3 car on iRacing. I intend to stick to strictly oval, whether that be IndyCar or some sort of equivalent, or stock car of some kind, or truck series. Just basically super speedways and ovals. That's really what I wanted iRacing for. But back to the action. This is the point in the race when the spotter called out that there's 2 more laps remaining. So I realized, oh, I've got to really find a window and stuff my big fat fucking head through it very soon. So here we go. We've got the run. We're side by side, headed into turn 3. Ooh, we lose a little bit, but we're gonna make it right back up, headed through the exit here. We're side by side, headed onto the final lap, headed for the checkered flag. I couldn't ask to be in a better position right now. We've just bagged up P3. I'm thrilled. Can we hold it through turns 3 and 4? Oh man, yes we can. And there's the checkered flag. But mind you, I didn't know it was the checkered flag. I'm still racing. I'm still going. Look at me. I'm about to take over P1, P2, all of them. And I'm like, why are these guys side by side going so slow? Oh, the race is over, and I'm still too stupid to go into the pits. I'll take another stupid ass lap. But that's it for today's action. I'll be back next week with the action from Laguna Seca with Zealous Racing League on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And probably another iRacing video if you guys are into this. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks so much for watching Slow to Pro. I'm Rodman Jr. the third. You guys have the kind of day you want to have.